Hi there, this is Jen at Sensory Space. What I've got in front of me today is my son's reward chart from when he transitioned from reception to year one. And I thought it was such a good example of a reward chart and how it meets the psychologists behind reward charts that I wanted to share it with you. On the first day of the year one academic year, straight away my son struggled with the transition. Back at that point I wasn't aware that transitioning was an issue, but the teacher was brilliant. She cottoned onto it straight away, and after 2 to 3 days of him not wanting to come to school, she put this chart in action. Now this is a really good chart, and the reason why is firstly she found a subject that was very close to my son's heart, which was Doctor Who. He didn't just like the Doctor, he was the Doctor. So from the age of about 2.5, say up to about 7, he was never out of a pinstripe suit, Converse trainers and a really funky tie. Now on this chart, we don't have days, we don't have dates, and we don't have times. And this is why the psychology of reward charts like this will work compared to one that you might buy in a supermarket, which has got days and times on it. Because when the child has met a target that you've specified, they just get to put an icon on like that. Now it doesn't say, Monday morning I achieved my target of going to school. It just says, today I achieved my target of going to school. Now say on Tuesday they didn't go into the classroom how we wanted them to, we just wouldn't put an icon on there. But perhaps on Wednesday they did. So on Wednesday we would add one of their tokens. Say Thursday they did go in how they were expected to go in, they get another token. But perhaps on Friday they again didn't go in how they were expected to go in, so they don't get a token. But then fast forward to after the weekend, Monday could have been successful, and Tuesday could have been successful, and Wednesday, and so on. And the really great thing about this chart is it focuses completely on the positives. There are no empty gaps, there are no black marks. The child can see where they've made achievements. And that's what makes this a really great chart, because it celebrates success and it celebrates positivity, and it makes it fun because the child gets to collect all these tokens, and ultimately you would give them 1, maybe 2 targets. You don't want a great big flow chart full of complicated things that they have to achieve. You just get one very specific goal and say, right, every time you go into school and you don't go into a meltdown or something like this, you get to put a token on your chart, and once you've got to the end of it, you can have perhaps agree a relatively inexpensive reward at the end of it. And I've just been so impressed with this. I found it quite recently and I really wanted to share it with you, because this shows how reward charts can work really effectively. Now a lot of parents, perhaps when they realise around the age of 2 that their child doesn't behave quite the same as other children, the first thing they're generally advised to do is do the parenting course. Lots of us have been there and lots of us have followed it, and they don't always work. And that's because unless you get the psychology of things like reward charts explained to you, then they're just a pointless waste of time. They just cause angst. You get great big glaring holes where they fail to achieve their target, and within 2 weeks they're absolutely not interested in it at all. And something that's really key to remember is each one of these that goes on is a success that they have earned. You must never ever take points or rewards that have been given to children away, because that completely defeats the whole point of doing these charts. And as this was such a great example of how a chart can work once you understand the psychology behind it, I wanted to share it with you.